Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to today's episode of PhotoBiz Live. This is Danny from the PhotoBiz team, and today we're going to be joined by Andy from our Passionate Support team for a webinar about our brand new HTML5 Portfolio Sites. So Andy has been a member of our Passionate Support team for 2.5 years, and he has lots of experience on all of our products. You may have spoken with him if you've called in and talked to the support team. And he is going to be teaching you again about the new HTML5 Portfolio Sites and showing you just exactly what kind of a new product it is and what features it can do and how you could add it to your account if you're interested in doing that. A lot of people have questions about the transition between what they have now and if they wanted to go to HTML5 and is it an easy process. He's actually going to answer all those questions today and show you the really cool import feature we implemented in this new product. So in addition to getting to learn from Andy in today's webinar, we're going to have a question and answer session at the end of the webinar. You can submit your question using the chat tool inside of the webinar software, and they're going to be answered at the end of the presentation. You can also join in the discussion on Twitter by using the hashtag PhotoBizLive. So if at any point during today's webinar you have any difficulty hearing Andy or seeing the slides, please use the comment box to let us know, and we'll do our best to fix any kind of issues you're having. We're also going to be recording this webinar, and we are going to be placing it on our YouTube channel, which is youtube.com/photobiz. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and turn things over to Andy and let him get started.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Andy from the Passionate Support team here at PhotoBiz, and today we're going to be starting off by going over the new features and some of the old features that have come back on the HTML5 templates, and then we'll be looking at a live demo, and we'll actually be looking at an active import of a Flash website into an HTML5 website. So first things first, with HTML5, it is accessible by any device that can access the internet, just like the old HTML4 websites. It's mobile friendly, which without the need of mirrors, so if you currently use our Flash with the HTML mirror, that's no longer going to be required because your HTML5 site is visible to computers, tablets, and phones. So you'll have the same look no matter what platform they're using. It's also HTML5 rather than Flash, so there's no plugins necessary. So you don't have to worry about your visitors having the most up-to-date Flash player or looking at your website from their office where the Flash player has been blocked. It's a very basic website, so it pulls up very quickly. Next, the features we brought back. Switching designs for free with one click. If you've used any of our products before, you know that we offer a variety of templates, and you can switch them very quickly with one click of the mouse. All of your content carries over. Color schemes, pages, all of it just is on a new template whenever you'd like. We brought in the backgrounds, the full screen and the tile backgrounds from the Biz Sites and the Flash portfolios. So you have a large variety of stock backgrounds to choose from. Of course, you can upload your own. We've got over 25 fonts that you can choose from on the HTML5 websites. So you can help the branding of your website by matching your logo with the fonts on your website. Image transitions. This is going to be an upgrade from the HTML mirror sites for the HTML5s. We've added in the ability to dictate what transition, how your galleries transition. We've got over 5 styles, and there are 5 speeds, ranging from very slow all the way up to techno. We've also carried over the color shifting. Simply pick a color for an image, and the highlight colors of your template will change as the images move in your galleries. The color picker. Now, this is something that has carried over from the Flash and the HTML, but we've added some improvements that were first rolled out in our Biz site stores and blogs, so the color picker is much easier to work with. The music tracks are there. If you're not familiar with them, PhotoBiz provides over 50 tracks of music royalty-free for your use, and you can set up to 3 per gallery page. Okay. The biggest feature of the HTML5 that we're releasing is the import feature. And what this does is if you have our Flash and or HTML portfolio sites, you have the option to import your content. This is all of your pages, all of the images you've uploaded, all of the text you've put in. All of your names and page settings as well. So if you have hidden pages, they're going to stay hidden when we move them over. It's going to move your home and your gallery images, so any galleries you've set up, they're coming over. Your SEO meta information. This is a big one for a lot of people. If you've done a lot of work and you've filled out the SEO sections on your website, all of that information is going to come across with you. And as I said, the visible versus hidden page settings. Now with the HTML5, we've also introduced a disabled option, which takes hidden one step further and completely removes it from the indexing of the website. Okay, now we're going to cover some of the differences between the Flash and the HTML5. In the Flash, you have home pages and gallery pages. In the HTML5, these are just referred to as gallery pages. You can make a gallery page a home page by turning off the thumbnails, or turn a home page into a gallery by turning the thumbnails on. Because this is HTML5, we've added some animation to the thumbnails as they roll out, so they don't just simply appear, they actually have a bit of animation to them. Color shifting, as I said before, we've brought this back in. You can set it on any image in the gallery, and at that point, when that image is displayed, it will change the highlight colors. As I say again, the transitions, the styles and the speeds, and music playback. Now, with the HTML5s, we've improved the music playback to let you designate whether it automatically plays. If you would like to have music, but you don't want it to automatically play, you can set the autoplay to off. You can even vary this between galleries, so that if you want the site to start silent and then play music only when they reach a specific gallery, you can set that. Page types. This is another thing we've done to make it easier when you're organizing your website. In the former portfolio sites, we had 4 different types of sites. We had testimonials, embedded links, links pages, and list pages, and they're now called list pages only. A list page can work as a testimonial. It can work as embedded links, so that's video content or widgets you'd like to embed. External links, meaning linking to other websites, whether they're your own or to businesses that complement your business. And all of these can have thumbnail images added. So if you want to use, say, a logo for a link to another company or a picture of your happy customers alongside their testimonial, you can. Info pages. Now, information pages are still information pages, but we have improved them. We have added in an advanced text editor that goes above and beyond what our former portfolio sites do, in that you can now view the HTML code of the text content areas. What this means is you can add HTML code to your text content, whether that's coding in a table, whether it's writing in hyperlinks with alt tags, or whether it's going as far as embedding video from YouTube or Vimeo. You can now do this in an information page. Contact pages. Okay, again, they're coming over basically the same, but we've made some improvements. You can now customize the fields more so than you could with your former portfolio sites. You have the option of making each section a single line or a paragraph option, depending on how much information you would like. You can send the contact form emails when your visitors send you emails. That form can be sent to multiple email addresses as opposed to just the one on our former portfolio sites. And we've given you some new layout options rather than having your contact form be fixed by your template. SEO and analytics. As with every PhotoBiz product, we have done our very best to make our products search engine friendly. They're HTML5, obviously, so there's no worry about indexing them. You can insert metadata, and as with our former portfolio sites, you do this globally to apply to the entire site, and you can add in meta information for each page. The metadata is maintained during your import. As I covered before, if you have SEO data in your current portfolio site, it's all going to carry over with the import. We've simplified adding in Google Analytics tracking codes and the meta verification for Google's Webmaster Tools. You no longer have to copy the entire code. You only have to copy the UA number from the code, and the rest of their tracking code is already built into your website. Okay, so that is our overview of what's new with the HTML5 portfolios. So now let's take a look at the portfolios themselves. Okay. Now, this page here is the import page. The first time you log in to your HTML5 portfolio site, you'll be presented with this message. Now, if you buy it new or on a new account, you won't see this because you'll be building the website from scratch. If you add this on to an account that already has a Flash or HTML website, you'll be presented with this option. Now, you can do this once, and it is not reversible. So you'll be presented with all of the Flash and HTML sites that are on your account, and you'll select which one you want to import. Now, in this case, we can see I have 2 on this account, 4 and 5, and we're going to be importing 4 today. Now, there's a checkbox here you must check, and then we have the yes import or the no don't import. If you select not to import anything, we can't go back and import it for you later. This is once you select either to import or not to import, that's it. So let's go ahead and go through the import process. Now, it will be a slight delay because it does have to carry over all of our information, but as you can see, we've got a site built up. The pages are already named, and if we look at our home page here, we have our images. They've all been carried over. If we check our music selections, these would carry over if we had anything set. SEO, you'll see, just like our portfolio sites, has the page title, the meta description, and the keywords. Now, if you've used our portfolio sites in the past, you'll notice there's no longer an images tab and a details tab. The entire page is controlled from this one screen with the buttons at the top of the page. Now, you will see pages like drop-down menus have very few options, whereas when we go to information pages, we have details, images, layout, so on and so forth. Now, the control panel at the top is roughly the same. We have our web pages, our templates. So now, another new thing you may notice here with the templates is that there's no longer a tick box to check. When you're ready to change your template, just click the Save button and it moves over. So for this demo, we're going to be using the Madrid. So right now we're set to Manhattan on the newspaper. One click here, we are now on the Madrid in the sapphire blue. The color picker, if you've used our BizSites store or blog, you'll recognize this color picker. Right now, sapphire blue is the default for this. If we want to customize it, we simply click the Customize button. And we've simplified the layout of the color picker. Now, all of your options are on one page. There's no more flipping between menus. The way you select your colors is still the same. You can either type in a hex code directly. If we wanted to change this white to a red, we simply type in the code for a red. Or we can click on the box and select the color using this. Now, I'm not going to save the changes here, so I'm just going to go back. And you'll notice you've got the option for a splash intro. You've got the option to preview search engines, just like our portfolio sites. Now, settings, again, slightly different layout here. Rather than having headers on a single page, you now have your various options. You have your general options. These are going to cover the basics of the website. You've got your fonts, your background, your logo. Background, as I said before, we've got over 45 backgrounds. You can see them here. They're split into tile backgrounds, which are really meant to cover the screen no matter what size it is, or full page backgrounds, which are meant to display that and only that rather than being repeated over and over again. You've also got your options here at the bottom, all condensed, whether to tile it horizontally, vertically, and the various other options. Generally, you'll want to use the lower options, the top left down to the stretch to fit if you're using a full page background, and you'll want to use the tile options if you've chosen to go with a tile background. Publish button, just like our previous portfolio sites, you have the option to publish now and to view the live website. Extras, the only extra right now we have for the HTML5s is the ability to buy more. So I don't really think we need to take a look at that. Okay, one of the new features on our information pages is the ability to modify the HTML content. So as we can see here, we have some basic text, and we can click to edit the HTML source. Now, if you're not familiar with coding, you don't need to. This can all be done using the buttons above the text editor, but if you do know code and would like to insert or modify it, you can open that up and type directly in. What we're going to do here is we're going to come over here to Gavin Farrington's YouTube testimonial for us. And what we've done is we've clicked the share option, and then we've chosen to embed it. And we're using the old embed code here. So we're going to copy our code, and then we're going to come back and open up our HTML content section. Now I want to put this video at the start of our text, so I'm going to make myself a new line, and then I'm going to paste the code directly into this HTML content box. I'll click Update, and even here in our control panel, we can see that the video has been successfully embedded. So you don't have to wait and save the site or publish the site to see if it's embedded correctly. It's simply there. So let's take a look and see what this looks like on the front side. Now you'll notice, even though this is an HTML, you do have an animation loader. We'll come over here to the portfolios very quickly so we can take a look at those. As you see, the thumbnails, they roll out rather than just simply appearing. And we can also see the color shifting in effect on this image. Okay, and now for the most important new change, HTML content. Here we have a picture of Gavin, we have a video of Gavin, and we have all the text that we could ever want about Gavin. So that covers the new HTML5 Portfolio Sites. We've taken a look at everything. Let's just see the Contact Us page very quickly, because I know that's a popular choice. And remember, these are fully customizable, so if you don't need to know the event location, you don't have to even ask the question. Any questions? Well, if you do have a question, please use the chat box. We'll be happy to answer it. If you can't think of a question right now, but you do come up with one later, please give us a call. The number is 866-463-7620. We're here until 8 p.m. Eastern Standard, and we're always happy to help you.
All right. Well, I want to thank everybody for taking the time to join today, and thank Andy again for the great presentation we had today. It doesn't look like we have any additional questions, so we are going to go ahead and wrap things up. Again, if you do have any questions about the HTML5 portfolio sites, all you need to do is just visit our website or give any of our passionate support team members here a call. We are in the office Monday through Friday from 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thank you guys for checking out HTML5 portfolio sites with us. We hope you guys again, do get a hold of us if you do have any questions. We'd be more than glad to show you all the new features and functionality of this new product. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope everybody has a great day.